Hi, today is May 10th. I recorded a video a couple weeks ago, month ago, and I never posted it. So I'm doing real good, keeping you guys updated. Fail. I think the last video I did, I was talking about my getting ready for my appointment with the electrophysiologist. And so I had that appointment, and he said that I have ventricular tachycardia. This is something that I've had for years, and I've never really had any serious issues. I mean, I get exhausted and my heart races and I feel like I've run a mile, but I haven't been hospitalized for it or anything. So we added another medication. Yay! I am now an old person. I have an AM and PM pill sorter for every day of the week. Yeah, that's me. So dealt with that. I don't know. It's been such a bizarre, well, the whole thing's bizarre, but the past like 6 weeks, I have been five weeks no cane. Sorry, I really had to think about that really hard. I have not used a cane or a walker or anything in 5 weeks. Holy crap. Yesterday at physical therapy, I jogged on the treadmill. I went to a speed of 2.2 and did a very clunky jog while my physical therapist was holding onto a gait belt. We wanted to just jog around the room, but it was so busy in there that I couldn't, so we did the treadmill. I was terrified. I was so scared because she had me take my hands off the railing. She's like, I know you can do this. I know you can. But, you know, she sees me from a different perspective than I see myself, so I kind of have learned to trust in her when she says those things. But she's, take one hand off. I'm like, okay. And then she said, take the other hand off. And I was like, no. She's like, I think you can do this. I really do. It was it was terrifying. And it was a little, like, jerky, a little jolty. Wasn't smooth at all. But I did it for like a minute. Yeah. Actually, there's a video of me doing it. So I think I'm actually going to add that to my stroke diary. So I had a follow-up with the neurologist on Monday, which unfortunately, I'm sorry, my hair is just all over my face and it's tickling me. That's why I keep touching my face. So the original neurologist, Dr. Sims, she unfortunately moved away. So I met with the new neurologist, which I thought was the replacement neurologist, but he's actually only temporary. He's from Oklahoma, and he is awesome. I learned so much from him, and he actually found out that I was not tested for 2 genetic mutations that I should have been tested for when I went to see the hematologist, because one of them can actually cause a stroke, and the other actually has a negative reaction with estrogen and can cause migraines. So that brought a lot of questions to the surface, of course. But I went and got blood work done so I can get tested for those. It takes a while for those to come back because they're kind of rare tests. But he said that may change my treatment plan if I do show any of those genetic mutations. Factor V Leiden and 2210 gene mutations. I have to do more research. So kind of interesting. He talked a lot about the sensory stuff. He has a lot of experience dealing with a thalamic stroke. So he was very familiar with a lot of the things that I was experiencing. He ran like a cotton swab down my arm, and I was like, don't do that again. I did not like that. He was like, okay. Like, he totally understood my reaction, which was kind of cool. It's nice. And we talked a little bit about my endurance. I was like, I still am like super tired after 4 or 5 hours of activity. Like, I need a nap every day. Even if I can work 5 hours, which, with driving, that's like a 6-hour day for me. I got to take a nap when I get home. I did it tonight. And he said, well, how are you sleeping? I was like, I'm not. I haven't had a good night's sleep since my stroke. because it can mess with your circadian rhythm. So we have increased my gabapentin, which is for my nerve pain and for my seizures. So we increased that because it has a drowsiness side effect, which it might be kicking in at this point, to hopefully get me where I can have a good night's sleep. He's like, your endurance obviously isn't going to be there if you're not getting that REM sleep, if you're not getting restorative sleep. And I had mentioned that I was having some memory problems, and like short-term memory is really bad. And he was just like, that could also be related to the sleep. So I have a follow-up again in 6 weeks, but he won't be there in 6 weeks. It'll be somebody different. Poo-poo. But follow up in 6 weeks to see if that has helped, if, I'm sleeping more, if my endurance is getting better, blah, blah, blah. I went to the eye doctor. That was the other thing I wanted to say. I haven't gone since my stroke. Technically, I should have gone like 5 months ago. That's okay. So he tested all of my peripheral vision to make sure that everything was okay there. And because I haven't noticed anything, but it's very common in strokes. And he looked at, my retinas and to make sure everything was okay. And he said everything looks good. I do have to go do the field testing with the peripheral vision stuff. But just kind of looking in and around my eye, he said it looks really good and really healthy. And my prescription hasn't changed much in the past 4 years since I got these glasses. So he's not concerned, which is nice. So I have to do that, I don't know, a couple weeks. And I have new glasses coming. Yay. 31's going good. I mean, I'm trying to do what I can. Still not able to do exactly what I want, but I'm trying. I'm still 25 hours a week at work. It's just so freaking hard. And not just the physical part either, but the mental part of it. That complicated thought process is exhausting. And today, I got home, it was a busy day. I mean, I had a ton to do. This week's been nuts. But I got home and mentally I was still kind of in my head going through some things, but physically I was exhausted. So every day I'm exhausted. It's just a matter of which way. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It's been so long since I updated everybody, and I'm trying to give you the highlights. Occupational therapy, I'm down to once every other week. And then home exercises and sort of my daily life, because I do typing and writing and that kind of thing. She said that a lot of my daily activities can really do the job without me having to do too much at home. So probably by June, I won't be doing occupational therapy anymore. And we did some exercises yesterday that we did when I had first started to see the difference. And it's cool because she has this intern who was watching it. And he's like, I wouldn't know that anything was wrong. And I gave him an example of what my arm used to do when I would try and move things and how it was shaky and all over the place. And he's like, wow, that's incredible. I kind of wish I'd seen you before. So that's nice. The physical therapy, I'm only going once a week. And then 1 or 2 days a week, I'm going to CrossFit PT. I still call it CrossFit PT. I've done a couple of the WODs, the workouts of the day, super modified. We're working on physical therapy, the jogging part that I mentioned, but we're also working on me being able to put a barbell over my head. That's obviously a super balancing thing and, a strength thing. When you start with 1 pound dumbbells, trying to put even a 15-pound bar over your head is really hard. So I've been practicing putting a 10-pound bar over my head, and I've done 5 of those, and then my arms feel like they're gonna fall off. So I'm modifying and doing what I can. It's just slow. It's just really slow, just like it always has been for the past 8 months. Yeah, it's been 8 months, 2 weeks, which means Squeak's 8 months. Squeak is good. She's huge. She's 7 pounds now. She's ginormous. I'm calling her fat all the time. I can't tell if it's fat or if she has to grow into her skin, but I'm calling her fat. I think that's it. You like my Cabbage Patch face? That's me. That's a 10-minute video right there. Look at all that. I crammed a lot into there, and I'm winded, and I'm tired. So, have a good night. I'll hopefully remember to talk to you guys soon. Maybe once I get my gene testing back. And I'll try and post that